So it's last, but it's not least. So let's welcome Mami and Azusa.
K-pop? No, sorry. Not. Because group members both.
いらっしゃいませ。Welcome to Japanese Ryokan. Thank you for coming tonight. We are final presenter of final day. My name is Azusa Kitayasu. This is my co-presenter, Mami Miyake. We will explain Japanese in Ryokan. First, I will explain Ryokan's aesthetic value.
Next, I will explain the Ryokan experience.
We hope that you learn about authentic hospitality, relaxation, and cultural experience. My topic is Ryokan's aesthetic value. My subtopics are history of the Ryokan and the character of Japanese Ryokan. I'd like to start by talking about history of the Ryokan. The origin of Ryokan goes back to the Nara period. In the Nara period, 710 to 784, there was one inn which was called Fuseya. Fuseya was built by Buddhist priests to make travel less dangerous. Because there were a lot of people who died because of starvation and sleeping outside. Next, in the Heian period, 794 to 1191, Shukubo was born by Shoen manners and temple buildings came to be used as lodging houses and were open to religious devotees and worshippers. Shoen manners is private land of aristocrats, temples, shrines, and also by powerful families of the provinces. Next, in the Kamakura period, there was the kitchen yado. Travelers paid the cost of firewood and cooked the meals for themselves. Next, in the Edo period, 1603 to 1867, Hatago was built to support merchants who frequently came to Trip for trading. This became important because of the development of the money economy and increase in trade. Next, in the Edo period, Honjin and Wakihonjin was rest areas for use by samurai and court nobles. Moreover, Wakihonjin was in which general travelers could also stay. These became extremely important because feudal lords had to travel between the capital and his home. Next, from the Edo period to the Meiji period, the form of travel changed because of railroad, so the need for place to stay also changed. After the end of World War II, many new ryokans were built. Finally, nearly 2,000 years later, Japanese people had more money to spend, and company trips, group trips, and school trips became important in Japanese society. Having passed through the era of mass transportation, ryokan changed to improve quality and make a charming atmosphere, which is unique to each ryokan. The origin of ryokan began from the Nara period. The form changed, and it became popular in Japan. In recent years, ryokan has received a good reputation from overseas visitors. Next, let's look at the character of Japanese ryokan. Each ryokan has unique characteristics. Ryokan changes atmosphere each season because there are many unique traditions in Japan. In spring, hanami and outdoor tea ceremonies are held in the garden of Japanese ryokan. Hanami is viewing cherry blossom. Moreover, we can eat dishes which use spring vegetables, sansai, and freshwater fish. Sansai is edible wild plants. We can see the cherry blossom from the guest room. In summer, Japanese ryokan hang bamboo blinds along the inner garden, changes floor cushions, and hang ink paintings in the alcove. Uchimizu is throwing water outside. We can feel coolness everywhere. Creating coolness is another tradition as a hospitality. Many visitors come to see Tanabata Festival, Summer Festival, and Dance Festival. In fall, you can savor the first crop of rice. In the guest room, there are many beautiful flowers such as bush clover and Japanese bellflower. You can feel general blessing of nature. In the mid-autumn, people can eat tsukimi dumpling and view the full moon in Japanese ryokan. This event is called otsukimi. In winter, winter is optional season for warming yourself up mentally and physically. Ryokan doesn't have central heating. You will be staying in a room with portable heater. Ryokan serves osage dishes in the new year. Many visitors come to Ryokan on National Foundation Day. Ryokan has 4 distinct seasons. For example, Tanabata in summer, Otsukimi in fall, the New Year and National Foundation Day in winter. These Japanese ceremonies are carried out nationwide in the most ryokans based on the custom of each locality. Changing atmosphere is refreshing scene. As a result, we can enjoy each season. In conclusion, ryokan has old history. Moreover, ryokan inherit the tradition of old time. We can learn about unique culture and see a part of Japan's old history. Ryokan is a wonderful experience for us. Now, you know much more about ryokan's aesthetic value. Now, Mami will tell you about the ryokan experience. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Azusa. Good evening. My name is Mami Miyake. I would like to talk about the relaxed pace of life, the ryokan experience. My subtopics are differences between hotels and ryokans, food in ryokans, and hospitality in ryokans. First, I will talk about the differences between hotels and ryokans. This is the Japanese guest room, ryokan's guest room. As you can see, there is no elaborate furniture in the room because Japanese people value the visual harmony. The atmosphere must be relaxed and hurried and smooth. Simple and plain furniture don't take your eyes away from the beauty of the room. Also, you can find unique interior such as tatami and futon. Tatami is a green floor mat. It is made of two kinds of grasses, straw and rush grass. Because they absorb water and sound, also they are well insulated. So, tatami is very suitable for Japanese changeable climate. In summer, tatami is cool. In winter, it is warm. Japanese ryokan guests use futon instead of bed. Futon means mattress. We put futon on a tatami floor and then sleep between two futons. As you learned just before, this is called yukata. Yukata literally means bathing robe, but the ryokan guests use yukata not only after taking a bath, but also during dinner, breakfast, and in the futon as a pajama. Let's move on to food in ryokans. Food is the highlight of ryokan stay. How is the food served? If you stayed in ryokan, you could choose when and where you eat meals. You can choose your guest room or big dining hall. The dress code is free. The guests can put on their own clothes, or yukata is also popular to experience Japanese style. This is ryokan's typical breakfast. It has sticky rice, miso soup, tsukemono, and grilled fish. Sticky rice is the standard part of most Japanese meals. It is eaten alongside the other dishes. Miso is seasoned soybean paste. Miso soup is made from miso, fish stock, and additional ingredients such as seaweed, tofu, and green onion. Tsukemono is pickles assortment. And Japanese people eat grilled fish for breakfast. Like this, ryokan breakfast is well balanced. It is high in nutrition and low in calories. This is ryokan's dinner called kaiseki. Kaiseki is traditional cuisine. It is extremely elaborate. It has many small dishes. Kaiseki starts from appetizers and aperitif. Aperitif is usually sweet red wine. In main course, there are soup, raw fish called sashimi, boiled dishes, grilled dishes, fried dishes, and vinegar dishes. A lot of dishes are served together, so the guests can enjoy luxurious food at the same time and taste their harmony. Let's move on to hospitality in ryokans. Hospitality is the biggest difference between hotels and ryokans. Each room has one woman employee called Nakai-san. Nakai-san takes care of the guest room during their stay. When the guests arrive at the ryokan, Nakai-san welcomes them, guides them to the guest room, serve tea, and measure their body for yukata. And then she asks what time they want to eat the meal, serves meal, and explain the food. After the meal, she puts futon on a tatami floor, and then when the guests leave, she sees them off politely and arrange the room again. During their stay, Nakai-san doesn't interrupt their room, but she serves what they want without asking. Ryokan always deliver good quality hospitality because ryokan's owner take good care of employees. There are four examples. In big ryokan, one Nakai-san has to take care of many rooms, so automatic conveyor was brought in for food serving. Thanks to the good technology, Nakai-san doesn't have to go and come between kitchen and rooms for many times. Next, employees can go to overseas as a training. They can learn world hospitality, such as in the US and France. Also, daycare centers and dormitory are provided to improve hospitality and employee comfort. Ryokan is one of a kind. If you stayed in a ryokan, you could enjoy authentic Japanese food and traditional Japanese style such as futon and tatami. Also, we can experience considerate hospitality from Nakai-san. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mami. That was interesting. We would like to conclude our presentation now.
Ryokan has a long history, which includes four seasons. And we can see unique interior, unlike anywhere in the world. Ryokan always give us sumptuous food. Most importantly, we can experience amazing hospitality. Ryokan is the best place to see, touch, and feel real Japanese sense. If you really want to know real Japan, you must stay in a ryokan. Thank you for listening. Does anyone have any questions? Yes. Cost? Yes. The question is, how much does it cost to stay in a ryokan one night? If you stay one night in a ryokan, it costs about $100 to $200, includes the meals. Any other questions? Per person, yes. The question is that per person? Yes. Yes. The question is, have we stayed in a ryokan? Yes, I stayed in a ryokan last summer.
Yes, I went to Ryokan in this summer.
Yes.
Do ryokan have onsen?
The question is, do ryokans have onsen? Onsen is hot spring. It depends on the ryokan. If the ryokan is very reasonable, it doesn't have ryokan. Yes. The question is, what is the most famous ryokan? Azusa stayed the famous ryokan last year. It is called Kagaya in Ishikawa Prefecture. Yes.
Azusa said something about tasting in the fall. You could taste fresh rice, the first crop of fresh rice.
First crop.
First crop of rice. And I just wondered, does it taste differently, the first crop from old crop?
Your question is, what does it different? Yes. The first crop of rice taste is fresh, better than old rice.
Any other questions? Yes. The question is, what is the good food? What food should foreigner try? I recommend sushi or raw fish because it's not familiar to American people or foreigners. Yes.
What kind of foreigner
The question is, who might like the experience the most? Which countries? I'm sorry, I don't know because it's not my research. I'm sorry. Thank you for listening.
Excellent.